Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bellingham, Washington, one of America's greatest mining towns for natural resources. From the gold rush of the 1800s to the boom of the coal industry that followed shortly thereafter, to the global phenomenon of mixed martial arts, where the state of Washington continues to produce some of the best camps and up-and-coming athletes in the sport. Hello again, and welcome. I'm the YACMAN, Ron Yacovetti, and welcome to Fight Night Round 13 Impact. Joining me tonight for the broadcast, a man who is to the lightweight division of MMA what Columbus was to America. He put it on the map. Jen's a little evil Pulver. Jen's, tonight we're back.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, I'm excited. The one thing about Bellingham, now here's one thing that I love. To me, every year wrestling started, this is where we always came up to. Our first wrestling tournament was always one of the best wrestling tournaments. Being a Tahoma Bear, always coming up here to Bellingham. Had some tough wins, some tough losses. So I've always loved this place. It was always one of the best, growing up here and wrestling up here. And so now it's good to be back. It's good to be here and do these fights. And it just gives me an opportunity. And you know what? Fight night, always bringing the best fights, and I'm pumped,
Yep.
Again.
Great Pro-Am card tonight, and Operation Homefront, where a portion of the proceeds go to support the families and people from our military who protect our freedoms every day.
Well, and that's the one thing that I love. A lot of people, they say that they want to help, they say that they support it. Well, these guys literally put their money where their mouth is, and what they're out there to do is proceeds from this show go to help that. And you know what? Number one, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you all enough for my kids, my family, for what you guys do out there, for the families that have soldiers that are overseas, that are doing what they do. You know what? The time away from each other. I'm in a training camp, and I miss my wife, and I'm only gone for 4 days at a time. Yeah. So I can only imagine what you all are going through. My hat goes off to you. I love you guys. Thank you. And the least that we can do here at Fight Night Entertainment is a little bit, acknowledge and give what we can.
Absolutely. Once again, the fine words of Mr. Jen's little evil Pulver. You might think the suit classes me up. Not so. It's standing next to him, one of the classiest athletes in the sport. Don't go anywhere. Fight Night Round 13 Impact coming up next, and that's what we're going to do. We're making an impact. Stay with us.
No question about it, Ron. Edson Berto, Greg Lockman. Now, I've seen both of these guys fight. If this doesn't have high potential for being fight of the night, I don't know what battle does.
Yeah, this fight's going to look like watching a fight on fast forward. Greg Lockman is a guy who's not only a well-rounded mixed martial artist, he's scrappy, he's got cardio for days, and he's going to push the pace on Edson Berto. But Berto, Little Tiger, is a guy who's been there before. He's been pressured, comes from a tough fighting family of Bertos, and this is a guy also on the ground who's collecting ankles and heels like somebody collecting rabbit's feet for good luck. This is going to be a chess match. It's really going to be who makes whose move first.
What do you think of this main event?
In a nutshell, Pedapano Cruz, a catch-22 fighter. Hard to finish, very difficult not to be finished by. David Yost, on the other hand, a finisher. To say that guy's a finisher is to say the Atlantic Ocean is wet. He's going to look to get this thing done and over with quick. Put your TV on lockdown. Sit back and watch some of this nation's best universities and schools go head-to-head, while all coming together with the most well-known school worldwide, Hard Knocks, right here on College Cage Series, where you, my friends, are about to be schooled. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shaw Conference Center here in the city of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a geographic location that in 1892 was incorporated as a town, in 1905 became the capital city of the Alberta province, and in 2010, including the action we're about to see tonight, continues to make its case as a premier hotspot in the world of mixed martial arts. Hello again, everyone, and welcome. I'm the YACMAN, Ron Yacovetti, joined tonight by my broadcast partner, a sensational welterweight, 5-1 record, Mr. Jordan McKay.
Thank you.
Jordan, tonight's card for TFC 11 Full Force, really a cross-section of the entire sport of mixed martial arts, with people making their pro debuts, no wins, no losses.
Right.
And seasoned veterans going head-to-head with 2 titles on the line tonight. And that's really our focus. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Swinomish Casino here in the beautiful city of Anacortes, Washington. We're just about an hour or so from Seattle, Washington, where tonight we are here for Fight Night Entertainment, and Swinomish proudly presenting to you Fight Night Round 12, Combat at the Cabaret. Thanks again for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the YACMAN, Ron Yacovetti, and when I come up to the Pacific Northwest, I am here for 2 main things. One, a stacked card of top-quality amateur and professional mixed martial arts, as well as the opportunity to cross paths with a legendary beast. And, of course, I'm looking for either Bigfoot or Little Evil. And tonight, joining me on the broadcast, an honor to be here with you, a fighter fans and athletes all love and look up to, Little Evil himself, Jen's Pulver. Jen's Fight Night Entertainment, a Pro-Am show, and the MMA movement overall. You have a lot to say and a lot of passion about that. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, being from you know, from the very beginning, coming out to where it was, pioneering it. Not to mention, I'm from Washington, born, raised, lived here my whole life, went out to do the MMA career. The one thing I love about this and what brought me back is that builder show. We've been lacking builder shows in MMA. We have the upper echelon, we have the UFC, we have these big shows. What we don't have is a good amateur, solid foundation, and then leading into fights 1, fight 2, fight 3, pro fights, your first 5 fights. You know, we haven't had that. These guys are committed and dedicated. They've already scheduled out their whole year. I had to jump on board.
Well, there you go. So, and a great point you make, too. The roof and the pinnacle there for the sport, but without a foundation, you've got nothing to hold it up. So, well put, my friend. We're going to bring you a top-notch, action-packed night of mixed martial arts. Amateurs, professionals, don't go anywhere. If you do, he will know, and he'll come to your door.
Getting ready to get this featherweight matchup underway between Ron Jacobs in the black trunks and Jim Ehlers in the white trunks. Here we go, round 1 underway, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Oh, nasty.
Oh, Jacobs rocked Ehlers immediately with a right and then a left hook.
Ehlers is in trouble.
Down again.
He's in big trouble, guys.
Ron Jacobs has somewhere else to go tonight because he's not looking to hang around here very long.
Holy smokes.
What a barrage of punches.
And that's it.
Wow.
That's it. Holy smokes, at 22 seconds of the first round. Ron Jacobs, this guy that no one knew, coming from out of nowhere, taking out the undefeated Jim Ehlers in 22 seconds.
Here's an interesting thing. Ron Jacobs somehow has a cut over his right eyebrow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. He might have got caught by something momentarily.
He probably punched himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like watching The Matrix. Look at his face. He doesn't look like he's finished working yet.
He's ready for the next opponent, like the old school days where he fought 8 times in one night.
Right.
Well, his nickname is No Chance. I'm pretty sure I know that it doesn't apply to himself.
Wow.
and believe you me, a victory over Jim Ehlers is no small task. He beat a solid opponent.
I mean, just exploding, boom, there's a knockdown. Connecting on about, I don't know, 2 out of every 3 or 4 punches. They're all landing. You know, just fury. What can you say? Tried to get a little kick, didn't work, stayed right back in. Literally, Ehlers didn't know what to do at that point.
This fight replay brought to you by Full Tilt.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful harbor town of Anacortes, Washington, synonymous for hundreds of years with the trapping of otters and beavers, synonymous for hundreds of years for the hooking of codfish and salmon, continues tonight to also become synonymous with the trapping of arms and the hooking of heels as Fight Night Entertainment Round 14, Combat at the Cabaret, is just about to get underway. Thanks again for joining us. I'm the YACMAN, Ryan Yacovetti, and an honor and a privilege and a height disparity to be here against the legendary mixed martial artist and fighter himself, Maurice Mo Smith. Mo, thanks for taking the time to be here with us. Tonight, we are on a Pro-Am show, Northwest part of the nation. Your thoughts on anything you are about to see tonight?
Well, let me tell you, Ron, thank you for that illustrious intro. I mean, I'm touched, okay? This is an exciting event for me because I get to see some of the guys that I've grown up on, not grown up on, but watched come up in the game, such as Ryan Healy. I'm looking for him to have a great fight. He's a very, very seasoned professional. And going against Beardsley. I don't know much about Beardsley, but going in his record, he's a very tough guy. So I'm very excited, especially coming from Washington. This is all coming into my hometown, home state. But I'm excited. I'm almost lost for words,
Almost, but never at an actual loss for words. How about the amateur part of mixed martial arts growing alongside with the professional ranks, where when you fought back in the earlier UFC days, the amateur mixed martial arts movement wasn't even thought of?
No, I think it's a good idea because what it shows the growth of the sport. Just like in professional boxing or boxing itself having an amateur level and a pro level, mixing together is not a bad idea because, again, you have an amateur level and a pro level. I believe that this shows the people that you can be an amateur and not get hurt in this game. But again, this is a game of fighting where you could get hurt and could not. I think it's a great idea, and I hope they continue to have it.
Words from Maurice Smith. Could get hurt, could not get hurt. He did a lot of could get hurting to the other people. We're going to find out who's going to do that to who tonight here at Fight Night Round 14, Combat at the Cabaret, coming up right now.